Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harness. Welcome to Quest Play Enderal, Chapter 24. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, ready to get started here in this next part. When we last left off, we found out that Calia was hiding some kind of secret. Well, I guess we knew that already, but we got to see it in action. This is also the first episode that I'm recording since the Dreams of the Dying, the Enderal novel came out. So I won't spoil anything in the course of this Let's Play. I'm only a couple of chapters in, but I really am enjoying it so far. So if you guys are interested, like either in Enderal or just kind of like dark fantasy in general, I'd recommend giving it a look over. Alright, so basically when we continue today, what we're going to be doing is we got to find a way out of the vault. So, with all of that in mind, please enjoy Quest Play Enderal. Alright, let's see. Oh, looks like you didn't meet a good end, my friend. Where did Calia go? Alright, so gotta look out for oh, there she is. Hey, slow down.
Gold. And I doubt it's the fruit of honest labor. So that's what this was all about? They fled here to protect their loot? We should bring this to the Order. Maybe we can find out who they stole it from.
No! You can't do that, please.
Stay right there. Who are you?
I'm not one of them. Please don't hurt me.
Oh.
Oh, by the righteous path. What did I get myself into?
If you're not one of the bandits, who are you?
Alice Summerstone. I'm just a simple man, a farmer by me path. I have 2 daughters, me woman and a little farm girl just a few miles from Ark. Maybe you know one of me girls. She sells her bread at the market, Mondas de Freiras.
The skinny one with the blonde hair?
Yes, exactly. That's her. My little Serta.
Explain yourself. Why are you here?
Aye, of course. Do you know who Landlord Boric is?
He's one of the most influential landlords of the Farmer's Coast. Both the Guard and the Order get their food from his lands. What does he have to do with this?
Everything. He's a pathless bastard. And all of this is his fault. I swear it by me name.
Why?
Because he's a criminal, that's why. Believe me, I know how that sounds. But it's the truth. You have to believe me. The tolls he collects from his tenants are so high that we hardly have anything left to eat. And those who don't pay get beaten up by his lackeys. But that's not all of it. He also knows the Relata.
The Relata? The cult from the Undercity?
Aye, who else? They believe themselves above Malphas, above the Holy Path. And they are powerful. Which is also why no one does anything about them.
And let me guess, this gold belongs to Boric, and you hope that his supposed cruelty justifies your theft.
No, this money isn't his. I had debts. It all started 3 years ago, when we had a very bad harvest, and I couldn't pay me toll for the first time. Boric gave me a loan, but he said that I'd have to pay interest next time. Well, I think you can figure out the rest.
You got into more and more debt, and you were looking for a way to pay everything at once.
Aye. I knew from a friend that there was this man in the Undercity, this Carrick, and he said that he and his men might be willing to help me, if they would get money from it. Apparently they even had a sense of honor and path-abidingness, if you can call it that.
So you made a bargain with them, but whose pennies are they?
They're from a traveling merchant. We ambushed him, and you know what we did. But I swear by me name we didn't hurt him. when we had the money, all Sunfire started breaking loose. Some kind of woman appeared, all veiled and dressed in black. And in the wink of an eye, she killed 2 of Carrick's men. We tried to fight her at first, but then we ran for it. Well, and ended up in this ruin.
A veiled woman with dark robes and a low voice?
She didn't speak much, but yes, she had dark robes. And she was different. Unholy. Sorry, I don't know how to describe her any better.
And now you expect me to turn you loose with the money, right? To save your farm?
Me farm and me family, aye. Please, it's the right thing to do. If I don't have the money by the next turn of the moon, Boric and his lackeys will change their tune. And I know what that means.
Calia, what do you think?
It's a tough call. I can understand his motivation, but that doesn't change the consequence of his actions. If we let him run, we legitimize his crime, so to speak. You should justify your crime before the tribunal. Explain to them what Boric did, and they might judge you lightly.
Judge lightly? You don't really believe that, do you? They don't care about the why, and even if they do, it doesn't change a damn thing about the fact that me family is lost without this money.
Maybe, but it doesn't change that you're at least partially responsible for what happened here. But it's your call.
Alright, take the money. At least all these people didn't die in vain this way.
Really? Oh, thank you so much. I will not forget this. Now, forgive me, I have to get out of here before anyone else arrives. Walk blessed, my friend.
By the prophet's ass, you really got them all. You don't stop surprising me, that's for sure. And neither do you, Keeper Sakaresh. Thanks for deactivating the traps up there. I suppose you know about the skinny man who dashed past us up there? We were thinking about stopping him, but he didn't look like one of the bandits.
Yes, he got caught up in the whole thing. He's innocent.
Uh-huh. Well, if you say so. Alright then. I'd say if this machine is somewhere in this ruin, it's here. I suggest you two take a look around. We'll cover your back in the meantime.
Alright, easy enough. Alright, so let's take a look around, I guess. Well, nothing good can come from pulling this. Yeah, maybe. Alright. Let's see, we got some mud morels. Alright, okay, you're back, Calia. Whoa.
I suppose we found our machine. At least, what's left of it. Do you feel anything, Saira? With your gift, I mean.
Nothing, no, but it looks familiar, somehow. Let's take a look around.
Agreed. Maybe we can even take some small parts of it with us right now. The Order will transport the rest to Ark by Myrad.
You're gonna transport all that by Myrad?
What strange metal. It didn't rust at all, despite all the time it's been here.
Yeah, this is foreboding. Do you hear that, like, low heartbeat? Yeah, I don't like the look of this.
All this energy, it's useless without the Numinos.
I guess this thing's a numinous? Huh. Alright, that's one part down. More to go. Although I don't know if we should necessarily be taking stuff from the machine. How do we know that we'll be able to put it back together correctly? Wow. This certainly is something. Alright, well, that was one part. Alright, Calia.
Yes? Found something?
I did. This looks useful, whatever it is.
Yes? Yes, you're right. How is it possible that it moves all by itself? Let's take it with us.
Alright, so looking for 2 more parts.
Correct. Nothing else possesses that much raw, magical power.
Alright, I guess this is some kind of magical generator.
Yes? Found something?
Yes, this crystal canister.
Let me see. Yes, it does indeed. Seems to be some kind of energy storage, but it's empty.
Alright, let's see.
It works in a way we have not even come close to comprehending, like a cosmic force.
Oh good, even the people that put this together don't comprehend it. That's not good. Calia, where'd you go? Calia. But yeah, so if these people didn't even comprehend it, but I know, like, obviously, like, we're in a cycle that is repeated a countless number of times. I still don't know how we're gonna be the ones expected to be the ones to stop this. Here you are.
Yes? Found something?
Yes, old parchments.
They look useful. Let's take them to the Chronicum.
I think that's all we need for now. Let the Order take the rest.
Yes, I think you're right. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Let's go talk to Pegast.
Alright. But before we do that, just wanted to see if there was anything else here. Well, it doesn't look like it. Although I did pick up a sword of some kind. Huh. Some kind of magical enchantment on the sword? Interesting. Alright, let's go talk to Lashari. Hopefully she stops talking about my ass. Kinda making me uncomfortable. Hey, Lashari.
Now that was quick. So, what did you find?
You were right, there's a machine back there, or at least there was once. The years have taken their toll on it.
Well, that's not much of a surprise considering how long it was down here. And as long as we can reconstruct it, that's alright. I sent some of my men back to Ark. We'll request a caravan to get all the parts back to the temple, and see what we can do from there. Let's just hope it really will help us against this cleansing, whatever it is. As much as I admire Pyrean technology, I don't like the idea of putting our lives in the hands of it.
We found these near the machine. Maybe it can give us a little insight into what it really was.
Let me see. Nariman, Bronwa, Lydius, Mayo, Kis, Termayawen. Interesting. Truly interesting.
What?
Seems that this machine was only some kind of prototype. The real one the Pyreans were working on must be somewhere else. Plus, there's also a name for it. The Pyreans called it the Beacon.
That's poetic.
Indeed. Well then, it seems like you and your visions have once again saved the day, Prophet. There's a lot for us to do now. If you've taken care of your business here, I suggest you head back to Ark and report to Old Aranthiel.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Let's go.
Good. There you are. Pegast's mages have already told the Grandmaster about our find, and they're waiting for us in the Emporium. Let's go.
Okay. Alright. I'll talk to Grandmaster
All that I'm
Aranthiel.
saying is that there are more efficient ways to battle this red madness. And heathen machines atop the Sun Temple are the last thing that will calm the townsfolk.
Maybe. But if this heathen machine is what the Pyreans used to combat the cycle, I want it near. Even if it turns out to be useless, only a fool turns down a chance. Sharim, how long will the reconstruction take?
Well, that depends on how many Pyrean mechanics you have on hand that can help us decipher these plans. Just think for once, Aranthiel. How are we supposed to give you an estimation if we don't even know what the finished machine is supposed to look like?
We will get to work right away, Grandmaster. But in any case, we're going to need a lot of steel and Pyrean crystals.
You will get them. Now, get to work.
Alright, let's talk to...
You did excellent work. We will reconstruct this machine, no matter the price. Here, this will reward you for your effort.
No matter the price,
With the beacon and the sigiled stone, we now have both a sword and shield against these High Ones. That is more than I had hoped for. However, there has also been a disquieting development. I have called in a conclave, and it will take place in a day. Come back then, and use the time to rest.
Okay.
Blazes, it's dark already? Time really does fly by.
Alright. Let's see. Wait until the meeting is repaired. Okay, yeah, I gotta talk to Calia. She certainly boogied out of here. Ah. Calia.
Walk blessed. Can I help you?
Yeah. Not really, I just came to talk.
That's convenient, actually. I think I still owe you an explanation.
About old Dothelgrad, I take it?
Yes, but let's talk somewhere else. Come on.
Okay.
So, sorry for all the secrecy. I just didn't want anyone else to listen in.
I understand that. What did you want to discuss?
Well, that moment when I neutralized the leader of the bandits in Old Dothelgrad. I'm sure you noticed that I was different then.
That's one way to put it. You seemed upset.
Upset? You choose your words carefully, Saira. I appreciate that. I'll make this quick. There is something about me that you don't know. That no one knows, actually. Do you remember what I told you in the curarium about the destroyed village? Well, I wasn't entirely honest with you.
So you do know what actually happened?
Not all of it, no, and it's true that I don't know how I ended up there. But I remembered something just before I regained consciousness. Some kind of vague memory. A feeling, coupled with an image.
A feeling? What exactly do you mean by that?
It's hard to describe because it didn't last very long, but I saw myself, but I was somehow above the rooftops, as if I flew. Below me, I saw all the chaos. The dead, the fire, the devastated houses, and I somehow felt hot, but from inside, as if my blood was boiling. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know how to describe it better than that.
So that was a memory? Something that really happened? I'm not sure I'm following, although I suppose I am following in a way, because that's what's been happening to me.
It was something that actually happened, I'm sure of it. But the memory, it was somehow blurred. Like a dream, but a very vivid one.
What happened then?
Nothing. I woke up, and from there things happened just as I've already told you. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at. In that memory, when I saw all those dead bodies and all that destruction, I felt satisfaction, pleasure. As if all that suffering, all that pain was the most exhilarating thing I'd ever seen.
I'm not sure I follow. What are you trying to tell me?
Well, I didn't know what to make of that memory myself for quite a long time. But then, things happened that made me understand. There is something inside my head, Saira. Some kind of second soul, an entity. Most of the time it sleeps, but there are situations in which it wakes up. Mostly when something atrocious happens or has happened. Blood, pain, death. Whenever I'm confronted with these kinds of things, it tries to... I don't know how to put it. Tries to take control of me, and then things like Alt-Dathulgrad happen. It's never managed to completely take me over, and it hasn't gotten as far as it did in Alt-Dathulgrad for a long, long time now. But that memory from the village, I think that is what happens when I let myself go completely.
Yeah, I'm guessing this power you suddenly had when you killed the bandit comes from the entity inside?
Yes, it is immense, Saira. I can feel it every time it is trying to take me over. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I were to give in completely.
That is a lot to take in.
I figure. Listen, what happened in Old Dothulgrad? I never should have let it come to that. But that moment when he charged me, the blood on his sword, I just couldn't contain it. And when I gave in, when I hacked him into pieces, I simply felt so thrilled. Complete. I was naive to believe it would never get that far again. Naive and stupid. But do you see now? This is the reason why I train so hard, why I always try to control my emotions no matter what people do or say to me. This creature inside me, it's always on the hunt, and the only way I can keep it at bay is by controlling both my body and spirit 100%. Just one moment of carelessness. That's all it takes.
And if there's nothing you can do about this, no way to banish the monster?
No way that I know of, at least. Who should I ask? The apothecary? There are two ways that would go. Either they would ridicule me, or they would take me seriously and report my condition to the Order. Neither way helps me, and who knows what the Order would do if they found out, especially as strained as the situation is right now.
But if violence provokes this thing, why are you in the military wing of the Order?
Well, what would be the alternative? Transcribe Pyrean books like the Magisters do all day? Or drop out entirely and pour hot water for the upper city's noblewomen? Look, Saira, as you already pointed out, there is a chance that this thing inside me is responsible for the massacre in the village.
I didn't point that out.
And if that's true, I definitely have a lot of repentance to do, don't you think? And even if it isn't, I want to change things, to make the world at least a little bit better. And yes, I do realize that this means a lot of hardship and hard work for me, but I'm not afraid of that. Do you know why? Because that's what's missing in this world. So many people just talk, and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in.
Sorry if I offended you in any way. I'm just worried for you, that's all.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I shouldn't have gotten so emotional. I just wanted to clear this up. Anyway, the one thing I ask of you is to keep silent about what I've told you. It will never come to something like that again, I promise. I'd like some time by myself now, and thanks for listening.
Alright, so... Alright, so I need to wait for the meeting. Oh, got a level. Oh, health. Well, that's creepy.
Transcribe verse 80 100 times. The sky can rain fire. Magisters never change.
Is there somewhere I can sleep for a bit? I think I would know my way around here by now, but... so much. Okay, that's some kind of training wing. Interesting. Guess I could go back to the temple. But I also could have sworn Aranthiel told me that there was somewhere around here that we could just sleep. Or I could be full of it. What happened here? That looks foreboding.
May his light guide you. You, I don't want to be nosy, but is it true you were inside the memories of a dead Parian? That is incredible. Huh. You're the one that called the... May his light guide you. Congratulations
yeah.
on passing the trial, I guess.
Yeah, that's... You didn't sound super congratulatory. Alright, let me get out to the temple. Oh. Oh. Interesting.
As if they'd ever listen to me.
Okay, let's see.
Well met.
Ah, quarters.
Beautiful and proud, the ruler of the Undercity, Vatira was her name. She was feared and desired. Beggars, thieves, and murderers were falling at her feet.
That just might work.
Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for chapter 24. Thank you so much for joining me today. So when we pick up next time, we will be picking up with that meeting with Taylor Aranthiel.
I just don't see the fucking...
And see how we can kind of progress the quest.
This just doesn't make
Alright, so I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.
The ruler of the Undercity, when the night closed in, she stayed sleepless.